exactly. And they might be people watching right now or listening by the way of radio saying, what can I do? Get involved.
Sure. There's a whole host of ways you can be involved. You can be involved with different, like I said, different programs. Give me a call, 606-679-6521 at my office, and let me know what you'd like to be involved with. There's volunteer programs where maybe you want to bring a church group out once a month to one of our programs and do a birthday party or just a party in general. Right. Maybe you want to once a month give a donation to help go directly towards one child and those kind of things. Maybe you want to do a drive where you do school supplies, because especially with all the kids in our residential programs, they're schooled within our residential program. Mm-hmm. Every county where we're at, they send teachers to us and they stay right there, but we need school supplies.
Exactly.
The kids that are in foster care, they need school supplies. Maybe you want to do that. Maybe you want to do something like get together and get duffel bags and do a drive for that, because a lot of these kids that come to us, they don't have anything but their clothes in a garbage bag. Oh. If they come out of a meth home, they can't have anything. They got to come to us with new clothes that the authorities have given them. So they have nothing. So, give them a duffel bag, something that's their own, something they can put their stuff in as they accumulate it. Makes them feel, this is mine, and just helps them to start to feel normal. Right. What we feel is normal,
Exactly. And speaking again about the meth and the drugs and things like that, a lot of people don't realize this, but once a parent or parents have involved these kids in this, their kids is took away from them.
Sure.
I mean, you ain't gonna get them back tomorrow.
Right.
Unfit homes and things of that nature. People better stop and realize this. You're not just affecting yourself, you're affecting these children. Mm-hmm.
And that's part of also with our coalition is we want to highlight the fact that, if I choose to be on drugs, I selfishly think, well, it's just me ruining my life. Well, if you've got kids, you're damaging them. If you're cooking meth in a home, mm-hmm. and your home, they bust you there, that home's either got to be condemned or it's got to be completely gutted and redone and cleaned out before it can be livable again. So you've got a cost there that with taking your kids away and doing those kind of things, right. It affects everyone. The drug problem doesn't just affect those who are on it. It affects everyone. And it just spreads apart like a cancer.
Exactly. And the majority of these kids, like I said before, they're traumatic over this. They didn't ask for this. No. They didn't expect this. They wanted a good life, a good home. And they're so young, they don't know the difference, a lot of them.
Right.
They're thinking, why is this happening to me? Mm-hmm. Why am I having to go through this?
Yeah.
And I thank God for you and places just like Sunrise Christian Services that says, hey, we're going to make a difference in this child's life any way we can.
Yeah, those are a lot of big questions that we ask as adults. What's the purpose in life? What am I here for? You shouldn't be asking that when you're 5 and 6.
Right.
You shouldn't be saying, why is this happening to me when you're 5 and 6, and why won't mom do this and do that, or dad do this or that? Those are questions that those kids shouldn't be concerned themselves with. They should be asking, what's for dinner tonight?
Right.
Can you help me with my homework?
Would you come and play with me outside?
Play with me. Let's do some stuff, that kind of stuff. And
you find that a lot of times the kids blame themselves.
Exactly. I mean,
it's not their fault.
They don't have any way to express that or come to grips with the fact that mom and dad have done something wrong, so they tend to think, well, if I'd been a better kid, mm-hmm. maybe that wouldn't have happened, especially if they're in an abusive situation.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe if I'd been a better kid and mom and dad didn't have to whip me, then I wouldn't be taken away.
Right.
Those kind of things. Maybe if I was a better kid, mom and dad had spent more time with me and they wouldn't have been taken away. So you have a whole host of things that mm-hmm. As the selfish one, the parent who does whatever they do to please themselves, they don't realize what they're doing to their kids.
An abuse is a real major factor in a lot of people's lives because they were abused when they were a kid and they're trying to project it out on their kids. Abuse is very serious. I've heard stories of kids' arms being broke. Burnt with arms or things like that. Abuse is so terrible, mm-hmm. And we need to target this and help these kids that have been through such a traumatic time by showing them love. Churches get involved, businesses get involved. Well, what can we do? Just be there for them.
Sure. Like I said, call me up. Give me what you're feeling, what you'd like to do, and I can fit you in the right situation, whether it be helping out the foster care, helping out YSC here, going to one of our residential programs and doing some things. We've got a really neat program up in Prestonsburg. It's a family preservation program where we go in and we have been alerted to the fact that maybe this family is at the risk of losing their kids for whatever reason. So we go in there, we work with the parents in order to keep their kids there, give them the skills and those kind of things. Those folks are always in need of clothing and those kind of things. Maybe you can donate some of your older clothing that's still good and give it to them. There's a whole host of things that you can do. I mean, let me tell you something.
Right.
Back in October, we had somebody donate a fire truck to us. We'll take anything because we know that if it's being given to us, it's being given to us for a reason. We can use it for something.
Right.